G'day everybody, welcome back to Scorey's Tipping Comp. Great to have your company. We're going to have a look at opening round. There was only 2 games in opening round and did really well on the first tip. Not so much on the second, but here we go. Let's get into it. Of course, Hawthorn started off their 2025 in fine style, beating the Swans at the SCG. We did tip them, tipped 6 points. It was bigger than that, but we'll take that. And then Sunday afternoon, my Pies got thrashed by GWS. Did not go at all as I would have liked. So that's a shame. But it's kind of given 2024 vibes, but hopefully we'll pick ourselves off and move on to the next round, which is round 1. Wow, look at that. Here we go, round 1. So this Thursday, we have the traditional opener, Richmond taking on the Blues, and I think it would be a very brave person that tips Richmond. We are tipping Carlton, and how big do we think the Blues are going to win? Probably going to regret this. Let's go for 47 points. Oh, I know I have a lot of Richmond viewers are not going to like that, but we'll. Although, to be honest, I feel like I haven't sort of done any research about this, but in my head, I feel like it's usually a fairly close game. So, yeah, I probably will regret that. But just I'm gonna be following my gut. That's all I'm gonna do. And then Friday night we have the Hawks taking on Essendon, and I think the Hawks will continue in their fine style. Saturday afternoon, we've got Geelong taking on Freo in Geelong. Geelong, I'm invested in Geelong because we've got the Norm Smith predictor. Geelong, I feel, we need to see how they go. I feel like they could have a great year. Well, they might have, an average year. I mean, I guess that goes for most teams, but I don't know. We're going to go for Geelong, but I feel like we need to see. Look, it feels weird because I've already had like one technical round of football, but this really is the sort of the beginning, and you don't really know how teams are really going to fare until they actually get out and actually play a proper game, not a simulation or practice games, but like a real actual AFL game. Okay, we've got the grand final replay. Swans versus Brisbane at the SCG. I look, Brisbane, or the Swans will be a bit upset after losing to the Hawks. Well, the Swan, look, I was going to go for Brisbane, but I've kind of talked myself into the Swans. Surely they can't. We're going for the Swans. I'm trying to talk myself out of it now, but gut. This is 2025 is the year of the gut. We're moving on. I already feel like we got a 0 coming in, but all good. Bulldogs versus North Melbourne at Marvel on a Saturday night. Oh, you got to go for the doggies, don't you? But I feel like North will have they'll have a better year. Pies, Port Adelaide. I'm going for my Pies. Look, we should win. I mean, after last week, it was like, I'm filming this Monday, so it was like literally yesterday. I haven't heard any news about Nick Dacos. Hopefully, he was cramping up pretty badly. So I don't know on that front if he's playing or not. I mean, you would hope so. And then Adelaide Crows, St Kilda at Adelaide. You would have to think Adelaide. You got to give them the benefit of the doubt. And against St Kilda. Then Sunday. That's Sunday Arvo. And then Sunday, we've got at the G, Melbourne versus GWS. Or do we? Why is that 0 and 0? Is that... What's happened? Is there something happened that I don't know? Like... Why? Okay. That's weird. I'm going to go for GWS. And then finally, I feel like how many West Coast games are played on a Sunday night? I feel like they're like almost every West Coast game is on a Sunday night. I mean, I get it for like time for like the East Coast, but I don't know. Eagle supporters, are you sick of playing on a Sunday night? Last game of the round? West Coast versus Gold Coast. It's the battle of the coasts. Opposite ends. Like, yeah, like opposite ends and like about as far away as you can probably get. Oh, actually, no, Brisbane? No, Brisbane. But almost. I'm tempted to go for West Coast because they're the underdogs, but I feel like they're going to give it a red hot crack this year. But the Suns are... I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going for the West Coast Eagles. I'm not overthinking it. Maybe that's a problem. Maybe there needs to be overthinking. I don't know. We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. But the main course, of course, of these videos is the comp. So I haven't looked to see how people are going. Oh, I'm ranked 15th, so I haven't made the top 10. But that's okay, because this is all about you. Let's see. So I guess everybody, like, it's all, I don't need to like worry about round versus overall, because at the moment it's all good. Or how is that? How does somebody who gets 2 correct below somebody who gets 1? That makes no sense. Like, am I missing something here? Like, is that just going by total margin? That must be going by total margin. Because if you get 2 right, you have to be higher than 1. Let's go by... Well, let's just go by total tips. Okay, well that makes sense. I don't know why they would just start it like that. Or maybe it was people who join. Maybe that's like in order of people who join tipping comp. But I don't know why you would just, that would be the default. Or maybe that's my mistake. Maybe I've got that as the default. But I wouldn't, no, I haven't. Anyway, after all of that, we have Brownie in the lead. Brownie was the winner last year, so he's just laying down the gauntlet to everybody, saying, this is my crown, it's mine to take, but I'm going to give you a fight till the end. So, well done, Brownie, you were last year's winner, and you are kicking 2025 off very well indeed. You got your 2 correct. That means you tipped against the Pies. I forgive you. And a margin of only 2. And then we have the Armidale Demons. Angus, Armidale Demons. I love the Armidale Demons. Also correctly tipping 2 with a margin of 4. And Talia B in 3rd spot. Well done, Talia. Eagles zone. You also tipped 2 correctly. Well, 2 out of 2 with a margin of only 5. And then rounding out the top 10. Oh, I should probably see, this is, oh, what am I doing here? So that's the 10. I wish they sort of made this a little bit easier. There we go. We can do the top 10 now. We have Kangas in West. Oh, that's intriguing. Kangas in West. Alex, well done. Jeffrey G. Coolin. Boehm 0. Jakey Goals, well done. Jack D. Port Adelaide. Murdoch. Todd the Todd father, Caden is back. And Jeremy J. Hall 23. You were rounding out the top 10. So congrats to you all. And that was, most of you did tip 2. So, and then there is. We've got, oh my goodness, we've got like, how many people? How do I, 49, wow. I think that's the best tipping amount we've ever had. It's almost 50. So that is very cool. So good luck for your tips for round, I almost said round 2. It's round 1. Look, I've said my thing about opening round. I don't like it. Clearly the weather doesn't like it either. Let's just get rid of it. Start round 1. Carlton, Richmond. It's the start of football. That's it. Thank you. You're welcome, AFL. That is it. I will see you back. So coming up, so basically the channel roster thing. Mondays is eBay top 10. Well, you might be wondering about, I did mention this in another video, but if you are wondering about Score Center basically has been retired, but all of the segments have been sprinkled throughout the week. So eBay top 10 will be its own video. The tipping is its own video. Clearly, if you're watching this, you are aware that the tipping is its own video. And then the highlights, the opening of the AFL highlights, and all of the predictor stuff, that will all be moving to the select opening each week. So that's Thursdays. So we'll be opening up Footy Stars, and we'll be looking at the predictors and opening up highlights when they come out. Obviously, it hasn't come out yet. We'll have opening round tomorrow from midday to buy. So I probably won't be getting that for at least a week or 2 or so. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and then AFL team coach when that comes out at some point. Hopefully early next week, maybe, but we'll see. We'll see. But until then, have an awesome week. Can't wait to see you next time. But until then, stay cool, take care. My name is Dave, aka Scorey, and I can't wait to see you next time.